What's up, coaches? Hope you guys are doing well. Here's our video for Monday. This is our final week of the horsepower training cycle. Next week will be deload week, and then we'll launch into testing. So this will be the final time that we squat heavy within the confines of the training cycle. You guys have a good flow with a warm-up, introduce the back squat, talk about how it's going to be used in the confines of the 3 tracks, and then have people practice. Our second movement, 10 dynamic step back lunge to perfect stretch. So we want to keep this active, meaning I'm going to step back into the lunge, elbow to ankle bone, and then return to neutral. Elbow to the ankle bone, and then return to neutral. That's the pace that we want. The depth may vary, meaning if they're not able to get full lunge, they can drive elbow to ankle and then step back up, all right? Going to the ground isn't necessary, or it may come as their bodies get looser. The 4 clean jumps with PVC, this is kind of a twofold thing. We're continuing to work explosive movement and warm-up. With this, we're also continuing to work proper clean technique. So the clean jumps would look like this. I'm going to set up PVC at mid-shin, mimicking a ground-based pull. Smooth pull into the sweet spot, jump and shrug. Smooth pull into the sweet spot, jump and shrug. All right, for 4 reps. Moving into the actual strength, this is a strength-based day. This would be, if we're talking about the linear progression, this would be the heaviest squat day we've had to date within the training cycle. We're still going by the heavy but perfect rule, all right? We're using that effort, that 9 out of 10 effort, as kind of the centerpiece when we describe this to people. We're understanding that strength ebbs and flows from day to day, and then we may have to adjust accordingly, either up or down, to hit that heavy but perfect stimulus. So we have a heavy single for our competitor group, a heavy triple for our performance-based group, and then 5 reps at slightly heavier than the 10 rep max for our fitness-based group. A simple accessory today, I want to pay attention to proper technique on the rows, meaning that I make sure that people aren't relaxed in their back, that they're really setting up where they're getting ready to pull a heavy deadlift, and they're squeezing tight 1, squeezing tight 2, 1 second pause at deepest squeeze for those dumbbell rows. All right, let's talk about the workout. So the workout here, we have 5 rounds for max reps, and we're going to be using our 30-second on, 30-second off interval. This is something we've been using very, very frequently, and this will be our last week in doing so for a while. So we have 5 rounds for max reps. Each round is going to consist of them doing a 30-second bike for calories, 30-second break, 30-second of kettlebell high pulls, 30-second break, and then back to the top. All right, so the stimulus here, we have for this anaerobic energy system, the goal is to test the athlete's power output with that 1-to-1 work ratio, all right, work to rest ratio. Our focus here is the bike output. The high pulls should be tough but smooth, all right? But we want to continuously focus on getting after it on the bike, and then having that smooth and continuous approach to the kettlebell high pulls, all right? So the bike, every interval should be 90 to 95%. It's very close to a sprint, but we're leaving enough in the tank so that we can repeat that output. Kettlebell high pulls, moderate load. We definitely want the 30 seconds to be unbroken. Elbows higher than the wrist. So that means at the finish position, my elbows should be higher than my wrist, not the opposite. Elbows higher than the wrist. Make sure that people aren't overextending and pulling here. They have rib cage down, squeeze, butt tight, to create a nice, steady, vertical angle. Say note, 50 unbroken when fresh. All right, 50 unbroken when fresh. We want to be fresh for the bike. So smooth, slightly tough here, but we're focusing on patience, technique, and breath work, and then we're getting after it on the bike itself. Cool. Logistics, you guys kind of got it down with the strength now. Multiple athletes can share a strength station. We can have up to 2 to 3, just have them start at a different station, row or squat, doesn't matter. If you have 3 or 4 even, you can have them waterfall in, no problem. Depending on your class size with the workout, you may have people share that 2 movement stations. So you have one person start on the high pulls, one person start on the bike, and then after the break, they switch. Easy stuff there as well. All right. Really get after it this week in terms of coaching. Let's really emphasize that heavy but perfect mentality as we get in our final training sessions before deload and testing. Hope you guys have a great day. See ya.